Hello and welcome to the JackLauraGhostSeries. Today we're in St Briavels. It's our first investigation outside of Wales as we're in Gloucestershire.
St Briavels Castle is a Norman castle that was originally built between 1075 and 1129. It was originally used as an administrative office for the Forest of Dean area. King John used the castle as a hunting lodge in the early 13th century, and it soon became the primary place where crossbows were manufactured. Throughout the 14th and 15th century, the castle changed hands many times, from one noble person to the next. The castle was then used as a court and debtors' prison in the 18th and 19th century. However, after local riots, the prison was shut down. In the 20th century, the castle was taken over and renovated into a youth hostel.
Here we are in the soda room. The sound of a baby crying is often heard here. During recent renovations, the corpse of a baby fell down from the rafters, prompting people to believe that this is why the cries are heard. Here in the hanging room, people have heard marbles dropping, scuttling and humming as if people are rushing throughout the room. People have reported being violently pushed, while a dark mass of a figure has been stood in different areas. Here we are in the prisons, where poltergeist activity is greatly known. Furniture is said to be moved across the floor in great distance. Audible sounds such as voices and footsteps are also heard here, as is the sound of growling. People are also convinced that they have been grabbed by unseen hands. Often seen standing in the doorway of the chaplain room, a black figure is said to block people from exiting. Strange flashes of red lights and orbs are also reported here. A common reporting is that of poltergeist activity, where beds are said to move of their own accord. Indentations on beds are also seen, as if someone is sitting there. Here in the constable room, the feeling of lightheadedness and strangulation is also reported, as is the door swinging open of its own accord, which is just great, isn't it? I've come into the oubliette room. It is here that people were thrown down into a pit and just left to die. This room houses a bed, which has been dubbed the scary bed. Guests have been awoken by an angry spirit, as if somebody is not happy with them sleeping in their bed. Some people have also been awoken by a screaming woman. The state apartment is the oldest part of the castle. It has now been renovated and split into different areas. These areas include Isabel's room and a long corridor. Footsteps at the sides of beds are also reported, as are the sounds of curtains closing, even though they're already closed. The sound of footsteps in the hallway are common, as are the sounds of scratching on the door. There have also been loud bangs on the walls. People believe the sources of the noises belong to a young girl who has been seen at the end of the hallway dressed all in white. One guest has even witnessed a girl walk through the walls. There's also the sound of violins playing and disembodied voices arguing. A final sighting is that of a black figure who is said to walk across the state apartment room. Above me is a dog spit. A little Jack Russell was forced to run around and they were cooked the food by the stove. People have reported seeing the apparition of a child in this room. From the ceiling, stones are said to manifest out of nowhere and drop to the floor. It's such a reportedly active location, I'm quite hopeful that we will get something tonight. We have travelled to this location with two paranormal investigation teams, Codex and South Bristol Paranormal. The two teams have investigated many different locations across the UK, with some interesting results. I talked with Laura to find out how excited she is for tonight's investigation. So Laura, how excited are you for tonight's investigation?
I'm very excited. I think it's the most active place that we've been to, and there's like a story for every room. So it's actually hard to keep track of what haunts every room. That's how haunted the castle is, so it's hard to remember what links with each room.
What do you think we'll find here tonight?
I think we know what the most active rooms are, because we've heard a few little noises already. Hopefully we'll get something in the oubliette room. If we try and sit on the scary bed, hopefully something will happen. I'm hoping we hear the baby cry. I'd like to hear that.
Some of the reported ghost sightings here seem pretty scary. Do you think we can handle it?
I think, yeah, it's the most scariest place we've been to, I think. I think it'll be a laugh. I think we'll be, like, running around screaming quite a lot, but we'll try and be calm.
We're sleeping here tonight too. Do you think we'll get any sleep at all?
No, we'll probably be too excited to sleep, and we might not be allowed to sleep because of what's in the room. So.
And finally, it's our first investigation outside of Wales.
Yeah, and we've been wanting to come out of Wales for a long time, but it's been quite hard. But now that we've met new people, part of a group, it's quite fortunate that we're allowed to become part of the group and travel further away. So hopefully we can keep on doing that in further episodes and go to other places in England as well.
Colin from Codex has agreed to take us around St. Briavels Castle. We begin in the prison, where poltergeist activity is reported.
Well, we're coming back over to here, and we were saying that with the writing, I'm not saying that all of this is of the day, but there is a majority of it here, which was from there. And here, as I showed Laura, that there's imprint of a ship, because they used to have Dutch in here, prisoners, French prisoners, all sorts. So there's an awful lot. But the interesting part, which we waited for you to get back, is here. Because here is the curse. Oh, good. This was supposed to have been written by a prisoner who cursed St. Briavels.
Right.
And there's a lot of names. A lot of it to me don't make sense, but it could be in foreign language, But this is the curse, and it says if you read it, you will know it.
Right, Laura, read that out.
Okay.
Laura will read that out tonight.
Right, I can't. It's in a different language. Hang on.
I think it's in Dutch. Myself, I think it's Dutch.
Is it someone coming
Yeah.
to speak Dutch?
No, but I'm sure we'll get a translation of it somewhere.
I can only speak a tiny bit of Dutch. Coming soon.
It's not English. It's definitely not English. It's long. It's a long paragraph, but.
But have you noticed that there's bars out on the outside there, and there's no bars that was there, but on here, on that window, there isn't any bars. You can see where the bars used to be. Yeah. So we were debating whether they had individual cells or whether they used this whole area as a prison.
Mm-hmm.
That goes up on top. Where we go. This is going to be the hotspot tonight.
Okay.
For activity. This is where Mark Adams from Forest Paranormal. He was stood here. I was sat there. Paula Heath was up there. Adam Heath. We had the cameras on him, and he had an almighty scratch right down his back.
Okay.
And he turned round, and we both filmed it, and it appeared right in front of us.
Coming up in part 2, Colin tells us about his spirit guide.
Yes, she did follow me, and she'd become my spirit guide.
And we begin our nighttime investigation in the kitchens. Can you talk just a little bit louder?